Jordi, what was the biggest difference maker, especially in that fourth after the Raptors was able to take the lead?
Yeah, I think, like bouncing back and punching back. They took the lead. It was a collective effort. I think that when we either turn it over or they try to run, Noah made unbelievable plays, winning plays at the rim, whether it was to get a block, or to go vertical. And then Yegor's threes were huge. And then from there, I think everybody contributed to the win in that fourth quarter. But if you look at it, like, we won 3 out of 4 quarters, got dicey in that third, especially towards the end. And then we didn't start very well the fourth. But we remained composed, and we fought all the way through, and it was really good to see against a very good team.
You mentioned the rookie Yegor, but adding Danny and also Nolan to playing in those crunch time minutes, just what stood out about just their composure and their resiliency?
Yeah, I thought that they all did a great job. I couldn't run that group all the way through 12 minutes. And even though I thought they played very well in the first half, that second group, the second half they struggled a little bit, but we still used them in that fourth quarter, and everybody came in with the right mindset, getting stops, making the right play offensively, and we had the outcome that we wanted.
You guys this season got off to a historically bad defensive start, and over these last 10 games, you guys are, I think, number 2 in the NBA in defense. Just what do you attribute the change to? Is it just a mindset thing, or is there anything that you feel like you guys are doing different schematically?
No, I think it's credit to the coaches to find a way to break things down, and when we had time to practice and watch film with the players and do their 1-on-0 work that they do, embracing the defensive end of the floor, and especially the players, because they're the one putting the work in and buying into it. Like you said, we didn't start well at all defensively. It was very poor. We didn't buy into a lot of things. Obviously, we have evolved and made some adjustments, but now it feels like we have a good rhythm with our physicality, with our communication, like getting, multiple stops in a row, making winning plays. We're building our defensive identity, and I give credit to the coaches to structure the work and to the players to do the work and then, put it out there on the court.
One of the players that made a bunch of, defensive plays tonight was Noah. Do you feel like he's in a rhythm defensively, or doing more of what you're asking him to do, especially around the rim and rebounding right now?
Yeah, I mean, if you look, he has always a tough assignment, like, one of the top players on the other team. Plus, he's the guy that makes all those winning plays that you just said, verticalities, blocks, being the low man, when in transition, whether we turn it over or they're running. So, his physicality, also we challenge him to rebound better. Like, he's doing it all. He's playing with great energy, and then also contributing on the offensive end of the floor. He's shooting the ball, he's shooting well, he's getting to the free throw line. Like, all those things are impressive, and the sky is the limit for this kid.
You talked about, how well that bench played in the first half. For someone like Day'Ron, it seemed like he had a considerable impact, especially with the way he was getting up and down the floor, drawing a lot of attention. How key was he to building that double-digit lead in the first half?
Yeah, he was huge, and you said it, like, when he screens and his angles are great and he creates contact, whether they switch or they're in coverage, he just puts so much pressure, they all have to collapse. And then we got multiple, open shots because of his roles, and I think Nolan did a great job with the space, touching the pin, and then finding the perimeter. And then he got those, he got the ball in the pocket a couple of times. He ran the floor well, and I'm very happy with Day'Ron's performance, and like you said, he was a big part of taking that 10-point lead.
Last one, right? Touched on it briefly there, but just what you think of Nolan's overall performance and kind of the poise that he showed out there.
Yeah, very good. Like, he looked confident. He looked in rhythm. He shot it when he had to. He was solid with the ball. He played pick and roll. He looked fast. He kept defensively the ball in front. Quickly is a very good player and fast, and he kept him in front. I know he got called for the foul at the end, but he did a great job overall. Looked like all the minutes he's played in Long Island right now are paying off, and now he, came here with a lot of confidence, and this is what it's all about. Is minutes are the best, the best coach to develop you, and he took advantage of those minutes in Long Island, and now he's taking advantage of these minutes here, and he was a big part of us winning this game.